Welcome to the BattleGround of the Gods.
Welcome, challengers, to BattleGround of the Gods, a Smite podcast. I am your host, Step Nation, and joining me today we have Nevea03.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing?
Willow1771.
What's going on, bots?
Fro Double G.
Hey, ladies.
And Famous Freak 33 EST.
Hey, fellas.
I see what you did there. And
I took Fro's intro and I made it. Let's just move on.
okay, sounds good. But before we get into games this week, we're coming up on a year, ladies and gents. And
1 year!
Yeah. And we've got an AMA planned for episode 52. So we created a special channel in our Discord for you to post your questions. And we'll also be fielding questions on Twitter. Gonna have Famous Freak post something later this week.
Ye old Twatsky.
Yeet. The interwebs. And you can send us your questions there as well.
Get your questions in.
You said yeet, and it reminded me of something I heard earlier that cracked me up.
Oh, God.
You yeet for
what's
distance, Kobe for accuracy. All right,
Sure.
let's move on now.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. But,
It's you yeet for distance, you skeet for fun, Fro.
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh.
Maybe I missed. I might not remember it correctly.
Don't worry. I'll teach you later, sweetheart.
All right, all right.
Oh boy. All right. Well, let's step away from that. Willow, how were your games, bud?
The losing streak has officially ended, but Smite players are still really bad at this game. A couple highlights. I have officially won more than none, so that's good.
You're welcome.
It's not just you. I did win. I won an assault by myself, and then I won a mode of the day by myself. I did finally win a conquest game. I don't remember what the game was. It was my first conquest win in like a month. But they're still really bad players. I played a solo lane game where I played Achilles with Famous and Fro, and they can attest to this. We had a Susanoo support who... I don't even know why we had a support in the game, because that's about how effective he was. Our
I don't want to
jungler-
cut you off. I don't want to cut you off, Willow. I'm going to come in and be like, I was playing ADC. I was carry, right? Because that's what I do now. We had a Susanoo support. I was fucking 14-4, 14-6, something like that, and I was saying, get me the fuck out.
Yeah. That's how the game was. We could have won that game if we like really tried.
No,
but it was
no, we
just
couldn't
like
have. No,
our
we couldn't
jungler was non-existent. I don't even remember who played jungle. He was
We had a
non-existent.
Bakasura jungle.
That's what it was. A Bakasura who came into team fights and just immediately died, or was
Oh,
non-existent.
he was
in
at the team fights? Yeah, I was
There's
like,
so many times.
I remember at one point, me, you, and Famous die. We're at their speed buff, right?
Yeah,
The T2's already down in mid lane. We get wiped, and it's like, where the fuck is it? Because I think Famous died,
Bakasura's
then I
like
died.
dropping purple
And I'm
buff or
like,
whatever.
Where the fuck? No, they were in mid lane. As we're fighting over in the jungle, it's like, where the fuck? Because Famous, were you? No, Willow, you were solo, so you were our only fucking frontline actually.
yeah.
And then just literally everybody, like Famous and I die, and the Susanoo and Bakasura were incompetent, and Willow just had to get the fuck out. And
Yep.
that was,
and I would end up dying too.
it was
because...
one. Yeah, it was one of us three was usually the last one left, and everyone else got wiped.
Or the
And-
Bakasura was the only one
and-
left because
hold up,
he was way
this
the
is
fuck
the best
away
part.
from the team fight.
In a 5v4, we were losing that.
Yep.
As their Ravana is split pushing.
Yep.
Split push right and left Phoenix.
Yep. Yeah, that's been my... I've had fun in mid, although today, talking about getting yeeted, I got yeeted by a Raw today. I just got back from buying, right? So I'm full health, and I go up as Was I Morg in that game? Yeah, I was. No, I
Mhm,
wasn't Morgan.
mhm,
No,
mm-mm,
who was?
mm-mm.
I was Discordia.
Mhm,
And I go up to the
mhm.
lane to clear the lane, and the Raw backed off, and then I'm like, all right, I use my ability. I go to turn around, and he turns around and just full on yeets me in the middle of the wave. I was like, what? He had just turned level 5 and was just like, nah, I'm going to snipe you. He half healthed me, and then I just stayed in lane and farmed by myself for a little while because he had to back anyway. I was just like, why? What was the point of that? I don't understand. And then he
Ulting
tried,
the wave on cooldown with Ra is optimal.
but like,
Not as much. They tweaked his cooldown. It's not as
Yeah,
optimal
yeah.
anymore.
but it was just like there was no opportunity to kill me in that situation. Their jungler was the game that their jungler was really fucking bad. It was a new Naja
Naja that I killed and then took speed buff from 3
on
times.
cooldown.
Poor kid.
But yeah, and then every other ability he tried to hit on me, I would just juke. Because I realized that like he was just trying to play really aggressive. And he wasn't doing very good. So he missed his ult on me like 2 more times. It was just one of those like not expecting it alts. And I was just like, oh shit, there's an ult in my face. What the fuck am I supposed to do? But yeah, that's pretty much my games. When we talk about Assault, I'll talk about my couple Assault games that I've played on the new map, but Conquest still is a struggle because you just get... What was the last game we played? We had a Ymir who was our support, bought Guardian's Blessing.
2 rings.
He
rings.
then bought-
I remember you saying that.
Yep, he then bought Telekind's Ring and Demonic Ring, or Demonic Grip, and Pen Boots in between. And even Famous is in this game. He's like, man, I went in to go into the fight where the Ymir was fighting, and he just died. So I was Arachne stuck in the middle of a fight by myself because he just got blown
Got
up.
insta-melted.
He
He
was
went in.
gone.
He went in, tried to freeze 3 people at once. He only hit one of them, and then immediately ulted.
Yep.
I knew
And
I
then
was dead. I was
died.
like, this Ymir doesn't know how to play the game. I'm dead.
Yeah, we had some questionable teammates, that's for sure. Yeah. That's my games.
It's been rough out in the streets.
It's been rough. Casual Conquest is not fun.
Well, Famous, how were your games, bud?
Casual Conquest isn't very fun, but I like Ranked. Ranked's about the only place I want to play anymore. Really good ranked games. I'm Gold 1, I think, right now. If I win one more, I'll be up in Plat, but I tell you what, the sun's up and it's casual. You're just not going to win games. You're going to get your ass kicked all day, and you're going to want to die. You wait for the sun to go down, you queue up in Ranked, and you get competent teammates that know how to build and rotate and put wards on the map and group up for objectives. I don't know what to say. I'm getting really close to buying an Xbox, though, I think.
Do it.
Like, I got offered a job this morning, and I think, like, when I get my first paycheck from that, I'm going to go buy an Xbox, actually. Actually, yeah, I'm done thinking about it. I just made a decision right here on the podcast. I'm going to go buy an Xbox.
Come to the dark side.
I'll
We
get
have
my first
cookies.
paycheck in, like, a month. I'll probably
We
go buy
have
one.
cookies over here. So.
Or a Switch.
I don't know about all that, Fro.
I mean, it runs better on the Xbox. It really does.
Yeah, I'm a gamer. I have to go with a real console.
Yeah, but I'm a fan of some Nintendo games. Like, I like Smash Bros. I like Zeldas.
I mean, if
I
they
like
bring back
Mario
Monkey
games.
Ball, I'll get a Switch.
Well, that wasn't a Nintendo exclusive, anyways.
I know.
Oh wait,
But
wait,
I played
Monkey
it
Ball,
on a
Monkey
Nintendo.
Ball. I was
Monkey
thinking
Ball
Great
was, yeah.
Escape. No, yeah,
GameCube.
Is Monkey Ball?
Yeah, it was
I
on the
think I'm getting
GameCube.
confused because it's Ape Escape. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, it's Ape Escape. I'm thinking that's PlayStation. Yeah, yep. I know Super Monkey Ball or Monkey Ball. Got it.
Yeah, Xboxers, I'll probably see you soon.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh my
That's
god,
the-
you could.
That's my games.
Nev Nation 331771.
Hell yeah. It's coming.
All right.
This is the part where Famous throws it to Fro.
But
Or
you're the
a
But he
host.
throws it after they're done with their game, so Depp has to interject.
Because
Yeah,
you're
that-
the
'cause
host.
if we don't make you do your job. you
Welcome
don't
to
say
your
anything.
duties.
Unless you're
We
drunk, and then
decided
you don't
so
stop
long
saying
ago
shit.
that when you're done with your games, you throw it to the next person.
And then we decided that Depp doesn't say enough on the podcast, so we're trying to give him more things to say.
Depp's trying to get his drink on. Don't need to talk.
No.
All right, so he'll have plenty to talk about later.
Oh, yes, he will.
You guys are the one that brought up corn.
Drunk lore is
It was
occurring.
you.
It'll just be in Depp's mind.
Did you like that I finally used your metadata for an episode title, Depp?
I love
Couldn't
it.
He has
resist
no
this one.
fucking clue. He doesn't watch our show.
Right. I'm
Depp,
not
what
even
was the
subbed
title
on
of
the
the
YouTube,
last
bro.
episode?
I don't remember what the title was.
Oh,
Depp, can you
Jesus.
even name a title
were
of any
such-
of our episodes?
You were such a lead singer. I
Diamond
swear.
Needs something or other.
Diamond
Diamond
needs something
needs
or-
something or other. That's the title of the podcast this week. That should be in your metadata this week, Depp. He'll forget by then.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Anyways, I'm going to take over with my games. So, yesterday, Famous and I grouped up, played,
Touched each other.
or who else? We grouped up Ario, Danny Boy, and Killer and Key. We did some Fight Clubs, and we did some Raid Boss. That was fun.
Ooh, what's Raid Boss?
1v5. I don't know. It needs
It doesn't
change,
work.
in my
It
opinion.
doesn't work as well anymore.
What it used to be when you could buy multiple starter items is you bought boots and starter items only. And it was a 1v5 on the Joust map, max gold. The one person can't build. It was like Soul Reaver. It was all the burst proc items. Like Soul Reaver, you couldn't build Lifesteal.
Heartseeker.
You couldn't build
Blah,
Heartseeker.
blah.
Yeah. That was fun. Doesn't really work too well anymore because the new way you do it is one blessing, speedy boots, and T1 items. But blessings are a lot more potent than the starter items used to be. Mainly
And
attacker's
T1s
blessing.
And T1s are a lot more potent than blessings or starters were.
Yeah. Yeah, you end up with like over 100 more power, and then it just leads to being able to kill the raid boss too easy.
Full
But
defense
I don't think-
Raid Boss.
We had one person out of, well, then you don't kill them. That's the
But
problem.
they can't take the Titan either.
What's that?
Then
Depends
the
on
raid
what they
boss
are.
can't take the Titan either.
Oh, yeah, then you can't do it. We had one game go on long enough for someone to buy their second relic. That's how heavily stacked in the Raiders' favor it is now.
Hey, that
Whereas
was
it
me.
used to be 75% of the games the raid boss won. But that was kind of part of the fun of like taking down the raid boss. You knew it was going to be a challenge. Now it's just keep CCing them over and over and over and you win. Let's see here. What was it? I think yesterday when we were doing all those raid bosses and the games before that, I think I'm going through some skill decay. Like pretty bad, honestly. Or I don't know if it's skill decay or it's just because I keep bouncing between like the Switch, the Xbox, and the PlayStation. Because the controllers do feel pretty different. But I am just not playing as good as I usually do. And it's kind of upsetting a little bit.
Why do you think hardcore COD players always bring their own controllers and shit?
Yeah, you're right.
I think I saw. Didn't we see pro players walking around at HRX with like keyboards and shit in their backpack?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They all
you're
take
right,
their own
It
you're
controllers
right.
seems
and
simple
stuff.
and stupid, but I think it's a reality.
I mean,
like
if
me,
could
when
plug
I
my
had to
PlayStation
send my
controller
scuff in,
I would.
Yeah, like when I had to send my scuff in, man, the whole time I didn't have my scuff. Like my ability to play video games just went down like 30% by default.
Oh, I seen you at HRX. Or I
Freaking
guess
annoying.
at the Airbnb
Mm-hmm.
when you're playing on my controller. Like, you had your control freaks, but you didn't have your scuff controller. And yeah, there was a lot of times it's like, oh, it's a good thing I know that you're not on your normal controller. I'd roast you for that one right there.
It's true.
But
Sitting here-
even I was getting fucked up because I was like, TV's far further away. The TV's like positioned up. It's a different size. Like, I don't like change. I'm an old man at heart. Leave me alone. But yeah. So I kind of got the shit kicked out of me mainly this week, honestly, on the PlayStation. Went all right in a couple of the games. there was that one where I was playing Conquest with freaking Willow. I went like 14 or something on Chrono. Dude, I'm in carry now because carry I can hit auto, so I still do all right. But yeah, I was playing Chronos. That was fun as fuck. Bodying the shit out of a certain
does, right?
I still don't have that yet.
Oh no,
They're taking longer. They're taking longer. But yeah.
Just imagine when you get the new internet. Then
I know, especially since like I really have been playing carry lately. Like that is my role now.
This Olympian's hacking. High res.
Yeah, right. GG low res. But yeah, I'm getting pretty decent at it though. Like that Kronos was getting fucked up by me. Always feels good. But Kronos is pretty fucking safe anyways. Like I think he's very, very underrated. But yeah, then we end up playing an assault with Killer and who was it? Killer Key, Freak and I. There might have been someone else I can't remember. I got Cupid. Famous got, or no, I got Cupid and Killer got Najah. Najah's his main. And we just fucking fragged that match. That was fun. I think low key I really, really am becoming a Cupid main.
Yeah, I was literally about to say, so Neja was their main, and now Cupid's yours.
Nev, stop it. Because you've seen how much Cupid I've been playing. Dude, I've been playing so much Cupid on the Xbox.
Most played God on the Xbox, Cupid.
It's Cupid or Athena. Because when I first... Oh, no, that's my Switch. Well, it's the same account. That's why I'm not sure. Because I was playing a lot of Athena, too. Because I'm like, fuck, even if I can't do anything properly, a good taunt's a taunt, you know? But, and then played some with the Derp Nation.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll go ahead and let him kind of transition, because that's how we spent our Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Saturday, mode of the day. We're cheesing, getting the Zeus, getting those nasty picks. Opwash got through bans. We picked Opwash. And we were...
Speaking of bans.
Uh-huh.
I'm account level 22 in on my other account, right? On the Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Xbox, right? Can you guys guess who had to do all the motherfucking bans?
Fro Double G.
Every fucking time. I'm like,
every
how
match we got
am
in.
I
It's like,
doing the bans?
Fro, you're
I'm
banning.
account level 20 fucking 2. I was getting frustrated. It does. That's all I could think of. I'm like, dude, this game just knows. It just knows Fro's got to do the bans.
Dude, whenever we played Infinite Assault, you were always the ban guy, unless you weren't there, and then it was me.
Always.
Always.
Fucking always. And the worst part is like, I'm the one that's like, all right, I'm going to see who's going to do the ban real quick, because if I'm not banning, I'm going to go sneak out and smoke a cigarette, and... Oh, I'm banning. Fuck. Okay.
I think there was one time where you were banning, but you had already left to go smoke a cigarette, and we're like, dude, you're banning right now. Fuck.
Yeah, I remember that. I'm like, fuck.
We had to count down how many Opwash was down.
Yeah, I'm outside, right? I can't even see the TV because I'm out on my porch. And then Famous just like, all right, up, go left once, one more time, down, Andy Ban Kuzenbo. Good job. And I'm like, oh, fuck you.
I remember that one. That was a long time ago, man.
That was.
Oh, shoot.
That was. Anyways, Depp, sorry. Go, continue.
Oh, no. I mean, I had a 22, 5, and 18 Zeus game. Like, it was disgusting what we were doing to these people.
By the way, what we kept doing was we were literally just spamming Zeus. It didn't, unless Alposh got through, Depp and I just played Zeus on repeat.
I think I picked up Nox one game. I was just silencing people. I wasn't even hitting combos.
Yeah, that's right. You were doing so bad that you end up going utility Nox.
Yeah.
So you picked up, what was it, Void Stone, Storm Binding,
piece. Yeah.
Pythagoras piece. Just like, fuck it. If I can't hit abilities, at least if I hit them with the silence.
I hit a couple ults from range.
You did.
I'm having fun with modes of the day. Not winning too much outside of those, but I don't know. I need a refresher, I guess.
I have played a couple of modes of the day recently too because I've just been frustrated with losing, and they're just stupid. Like I got Afro in a cooldowns runneth over. You just don't die. I think I died twice.
Optimal.
Oh, that feels so fucking good when you get that.
Although
the new one, Arthur.
Oh Jesus.
Oh my God.
Oh, what was the other one they had the day? Ring? Put a ring on it or whatever?
Put a ring on it?
Naja.
Oh, we missed put a ring on it?
Neja and
Fuck.
Odin's.
Oh,
I
love
played a
that
couple
one.
of those. I had nailed down a pretty decent Naja build because I got him every time I queued in. I didn't have Odin once. But you definitely build different based on who you're going up against. And I tell you, Spectral Armor, if they've got
What?
more than one...
No.
No, if they've got
Don't-
more than
don't
one
even-
Neja, get it. Because any
No.
crit, just done.
No. You got Gladiator Shield. You got Void Shield. You got Nemean Lion. I don't know, man. Midgardian Male. Mystical Male. Honestly, Void Shield, Gladiator Shield, Mystical Male in that game mode, I pick that up on Neja or Odin. Like, I'm getting those three.
Depp, I appreciate your spectral armor decision. It is a viable
Yeah.
option against multiple Najas because they are going to crit you.
Yeah.
Most Nejas... Alright. I guess I'm assuming that they're smart enough not to build crit in a 5v5 physical.
One of them
physical.
did.
Yeah,
And
well, I was assuming.
yeah.
Yeah, and that makes an ass out of you. Oh,
But what
Yeah, but I would have
what
made an
really,
ass out of that Neja who built crit, though.
What really set the nail in the coffin is none of their team had anti-heal. So I had Brawlers, Soul Eater, and the Glad Shield, yeah. So I would just not die. I was just going around CCing him. Odin would land, I sash him, ult him. And then it's, doing damage to him. We land, throw a ring out at him. It bounces around. None of them are healing on top of the Odin cage non-heals. I'm still full health. Like, they just couldn't, full tank, healing, Neja, optimal.
Yeah, Brawlers is, super needed in that game mode.
Oh, yeah. My team...
Just because so
my
many
team
fucking
picked a-
Glad Shields.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what one guy on my team was doing. He only had 3 items.
can't you buy all the items to start?
Yeah, it's full gold.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Oh no.
I haven't played that game mode in a while, and I remember it being pretty much all infinite gold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. With enough, what is it? Runic Hammer? That's a good one.
Oh,
Right now.
Runeforge.
Runeforge, there you go. That's
I
pretty
could
good
see
at the
Runeforge
moment.
being really good
Just
on Naja there.
because of the amount of slows going out
Yeah.
and your sash giving you free damage.
Yeah, I could see
So-
that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how my games went. Nev, how are your games?
Yeah, so speaking of match of the days and cooldowns runneth over, Rick just recently discovered how much he enjoys cooldowns runneth over, so we played 9 games on Sunday, won 8 of them, and then half of that was just us playing match of the day.
If he likes cooldowns runneth over, just wait until you guys get some grab bag.
Oh, I love grab bag. Grab bag is so much fun.
Grab Bag is one of those game modes that can be super duper fun, or the worst game mode ever, and you want to just
You just
beat
gotta
your
know.
head into
Yeah,
the wall.
you have to know when you need to F6 at 10.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That plain and simple. There's so many people. Oh, let's just play it out, have fun. No, it's not fun. It's not
No,
fun.
it's not fun.
When they get a super cheesy comp and you get pretty average people, that's not fun. Just surrender. They win. They got the better team. Just get on to the next one.
It's fun when the enemy team doesn't surrender and you're just beating on them over and over again.
Hell, even then, I'm trying to think. What one?
You're right. Even then, sometimes you're just like, I just want to get out of this game. Can you just F6, please?
What was the one where I was like, I was X-Ball. We had a Thani on our team, I think, or whatever.
Thani's
But it was
pretty
almost. Well, when you have an X-Ball ulting before every Fanny ult, every 20, 25 seconds,
Yeah.
it gets pretty pub stompy to the point where it's like, all right, well, I don't know, man.
But yeah, and then of course we played a lot on the new Assault map, which will come up in conversation later. And this was the first week of the Exilium League games, and our team won our set 2-0. Yay!
Oh.
Stay girthy.
It was
Stay girthy, my friends.
It was so much fun. I mean, they were both really long games. Our first game, I think, was like over an hour, and our second game was just under an hour. And
65 and 58, I do believe.
yeah. And Silent Aces, who is our support, he was like, we have to win the second game because I can't do a game 3. I have to go to work in an hour. And we're like, oh, okay. So, yeah, no, it's been amazing. It was a really, really cool experience, very fun, very positive, and we were just so hype and just pumped. And it took me like, I didn't fall asleep until like 2:30 in the morning after the set because I was just so wired, and I was just like, we won. But the opposing team, very awesome group of people, and they made us work for it. Like, they were not giving up, and they were not making it easy. So big kudos to them. They did a very good job. But yeah, lots of fun. Lots of fun. Can't wait for next week. I'm excited. But yeah, that's been about it. We've been basically doing just like a lot of conquest practices, gearing up for that, and then, of course, actually doing the set. And then yesterday, Rick and I on Rick's stream talked about one of the games. I think he saved the past broadcast of that if you wanted to check it out. And then we just played some Assault, and I haven't played Smite today, so it's just been a lot of training and match of the days and Assault. So that was my week.
Nice. Congratulations on the win. Good
Thank
job,
you.
all the girth worms.
All the girth worms.
All the girth worms. Congratulations.
Stay girthy, baby.
Stay girthy.
Stay girthy.
I'm in talks right now with adamandeve.com to get you guys sponsored.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Hashtag
No.
stay girthy, sponsored by
No.
adamandeve.com.
No.
Use code BOTGGIRTH at checkout for 10% off your next purchase.
Cancel that.
You can save 10% off your first order.
Yeah, I mean, you guys seriously want to be the only ones in this league? Hey, if you don't want to be the only one in the league sponsored, that's fine.
It's got a point, but why don't we move on to that clean-looking new Assault map?
Also, rather girthy now.
Also
Very
rather
girthy. All the girth.
Yes.
How
Much-
much did you guys freak
much
out
girth.
when you saw Joram poke his head out? Because I was like, "Whoa."
Did you not see the spoiler video like a month and a half
No.
ago?
No,
Okay.
I didn't.
Well, there was a spoiler video like a month and a half ago.
Yeah, I saw the spoiler video, so I knew it was going to be there.
Well, we say spoiler video, the leaked video,
Yeah,
because they accidentally fucking released it one day.
Way early. Yeah, I saw that one. I do like the new look. I think it looks gorgeous. It looks up to date. The effects look clean. The map itself looks clean. There are
She's thick as fuck. It's deceiving. Like, I've played a lot of Assault, and I got kind of used to a little bit of the narrow lane. Takes me a
the
minute.
lane
Like,
is
it widens up.
way wider. Like, it's a good 5 units wider, and then in the middle it's way wider.
Yeah, because they opened up that little like pit area.
They opened up the pit to the
And
left,
then
or
you got the side jungle
and then
to
the
the
side
boat
jungle as
boat
well.
side. Yeah.
They opened up the fighting pits of Marine.
Visually, the map looks fantastic. The minions look cool. The towers look cool. All the effects are updated. It looks good. Now,
It's brighter, and
Yes.
it took my eyes a little bit to adjust to that. So
I really wish they'd kind of tone down the color of the ground a little bit.
that was my one visual complaint. It is so blue. I wish.
So bright.
Yeah, it's so intense. I wish they toned the color down, the saturation of the color down a little bit. I know they wanted to make it look like it's ice, but it's just so intense. That's my one visual complaint about it. The Jorm effects are really cool. Like him popping up in the one corner is really cool. The boat parts are really cool. But God,
yeah, you
they
can hear him
need to-
creaking too.
Yeah.
Which
Except for
is kinda creepy.
Mr. Olympian, there's a wall I can basic through.
Yes,
Oh,
there is.
there? Where's that
There
one?
is.
Okay, on the opposite side of the boat, you can, I don't know if it's order or chaos side, you can shoot through one of the walls. You can shoot your autos through it. And on the boat side, there is a little piece of wood that sticks out right by the tower line that actually acts as a wall and will catch abilities.
Yeah,
Huh.
they need to fix that because I was exploiting the shit out of the basic one earlier.
Oh, hell yeah. Like, literally, the basic one, you shoot just right through the wall. It'd be like if you're on the Joust map and you're on the little side jungle by Red Buff and just shooting someone in the middle thing. How there's the 3 little lanes. Literally, you can just shoot right through it. It'd be like that.
You'll have to show me that one, Famous.
Word up, G.
So what do you guys think of the side lane?
It's
Oh, go ahead.
It's interesting. I feel like it's off center or something. There's something weird about it.
It's deep. I think that's what you might be thinking.
Well, I feel
goes
like
back
so what
quite
is it?
far.
The chaos side can get to it easier than the.
It does seem a little off balanced, in my opinion. Like the one side feels closer than the other, but the actual ball orb is in the middle if you really like measure it out. It just really feels unbalanced because it's not exactly symmetrical because of the way the lanes are set up, or the lane is set up.
There, that must be it.
It's just because the way
orientation of map.
the way the order side comes around the tower corner and then opens up to the jungle seems more open than the chaos side, whose the
It's
jungle
on the
side.
other side.
Yeah, it's
Like you can see it coming around T2, you're already staring down the fucking jungle.
exactly, and that's what's weird about it. It's because you like the chaos side, you have to go around the corner, and the order side, you basically just can walk straight into it from the lane without any problem. That's the problem with having a side lane in that map, though.
Well, a map that style, right? If it was a straight lane,
Yeah, exactly.
you could do that. But
Because of the unbalanced zigzag,
yeah.
it's symmetrical
Maybe
one way, but not the other way.
Yeah, put a half moon on the other side.
They got the boat there.
Have it so you can go inside the boat. I don't know, Fro.
That I'm just saying that would be, at this point, to expect them to do something like that, because it'd be so much coding reworking. It's just
I'm
not
sure.
gonna happen.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. But
At most, what they're gonna do is just tweak corners and shit like that.
Just get rid of the orbs and give us a Bull Demon King. Right there in that hallway.
they could put something over there, for sure.
All right, since Famous brought it up,
See-
let's talk about the orbs.
Well, hold up, real quick. I wanted to finish up on the side lanes. 'Cause
Okay.
Famous and I were talking yesterday, and one of the nice things is assassins feel, so far, they feel a little more viable, because you can almost gank. You know what I mean? You can get behind them. You can catch them out of position. Like yesterday, I'm trying to think who we were playing against. But we were, Famous and I just went around through the jungle as everyone was distracted and came up to the backside and just started fucking smashing on their team. And, like, they got super disoriented, and, like, we won that team fight because we were able to, quote-unquote, gank them. So I think that's going to be a pretty nice little touch, especially help
Yeah.
assassins out a lot.
Bad players who don't pay attention are really going to get punished on this assault map. which is like 80% of the people playing on PlayStation right now. So it's a shit show.
You're
Yeah,
not
I'm just
wrong.
waiting. Just wait for the time where Giannis fucking alts his team into that little side jungle and comes around and ganks the entire team because no one fucking knew it was gonna happen. That's gonna be great. Like that's what I want to do that one of these times. All right, now we can move on to the elephant in the room, the orbs.
All right, what's everybody's opinion on orbs before we talk about what we think should change?
Get rid of them.
No, keep them.
Get rid of them.
I like them.
There's a lot of them.
I agree.
There
That's
are
the
a lot
problem.
of
There's
them.
there's what? 2 mid, 1 at each tower, so that's 6. And they spawn what, every minute, every 2 minutes?
Frequently.
It's really often. Like I played
I think
Bacchus.
it's every minute.
I'm pretty sure it's every minute. I would have to go back and look, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I was a Bacchus. I had like 150 health. I jumped out. I got 3 orbs, and I was perfectly full health again and ready to go back in. They are too strong, too easy to get, and too easy to control.
Well, see, I think I'm kind of one of the rare people that actually, yes, I agree they need some work. They need to be tweaked a little bit, but my overall view on it is that it prevents what they said. It's going to prevent turtling. It's going to prevent people from camping under their tower and doing stare downs at each other. And you're on the team that has, 5 AoE ults that you can just stand under a tower and keep doing that over and over again. The
Is
cool
it?
thing, the cool.
Yeah, I was just going to say, is it? Because I haven't seen shit.
Because
Yeah,
I
I'm
was playing
still seeing the
yesterday
exact same
against an
things.
Arthur, an Ardio, a Thor, and I forget who the other two people. I think it was like a Soul and someone else. And we, sitting under tower, we were getting fucking annihilated. And we'd hit them with some poke. They just run back and grab an orb. They come back to us, keep smashing on us some more. Like we couldn't leave tower line. Like because they would just fuck us up.
So, Famous and I, Famous talked about this when I first started playing. Like, I didn't play until yesterday. Yesterday was the first time I got to play the map. And before I got in the map, Famous said, it's really snowbally. Either you win the last team fight and win the game, or you lose the last team fight and lose the game. And I was like, okay, so it's that snowbally? And he's like, yes, it is that snowbally. And in the 2 games I played yesterday, both of those things occurred. We were losing really hard, won a team fight and won the game. Because after the team fight, we were able to get all the orbs as a team, push down the lane, win another team fight because we were still healthy because of all the orbs, and then won the game. And then also, we were able to just push them down and push them down and push them down and push them down and win the game. Because we kept being able to regen because we were the team aggressing. That, to me, makes the orbs too strong. The reason why Assault was balanced is because if you win a team fight but can't push all the way to the Titan, it was too hard because you were low health and low mana. So when the enemy team came back out, if you didn't have a healer, which they would have a healer as well, then you had to try and fight a team fight with full health enemies and you're low health.
I'm not disagreeing
I'll
that
actually throw in this little bit. It's a little oxymoronic too. That not only on top of the fact that they super snowbally, it's not enough snowball to finish.
Yeah, I
Like,
agree.
That's maybe it's just because, like, you guys know I play some assault. I have a decent assault elo. People in my assault games, they play good. Maybe not always skillfully,
They
but they
play
play
good.
good. Most of them have build knowledge, all that other shit. It would literally be what we had. We had a game almost go on for almost 40 minutes. We've had multiple games go on for over 30 minutes because the first little bit would snowball, but they were never, like, they would take a Phoenix maybe, or maybe we stopped them at a Phoenix or vice versa. And then it literally just took turns hitting each other, running away, grabbing orbs on the way back, and then fighting at the other Phoenix, and then back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth. Like, the retreating team grabbed the orbs, now they're healed up and they're ready to fight, and then they fight, and the other team retreats, and then they go back and they grab the orbs because they're already spawned again, and turn around and do the same thing, back and fucking forth. But that's after, 15 minutes of one team usually just shit-kicking the other one.
Yeah, I agree. It does, to me, it doesn't cancel out the turtling, it just allows the turtling to happen later in the match. You know what I mean? Like, it's harder to turtle under your T1 tower, but it's still viable to turtle under your Phoenix and your Titan because there's no orb right there for them to grab.
Right.
They have to go back and get the orb. But
that's what I was trying to say at the very beginning was it's preventing that early game, just both teams standing under their tier 1 staring at each other and is like, all right, well, our jump party's over now, so who wants to fight? Oh, I'm not really feeling it, so I'm just going to stand under the tower. With the orbs, they can push up to one side and then retreat, grab orbs, and kind of prevent people from... I don't know what I'm trying to say. I like the orbs. I agree that they need to be tweaked. They do a lot of healing, and they generate way too quick. But in essence, it's also giving you the option to have better and different starting relics than just everybody buy med. Now we can actually have some,
Beads and Aegis instead.
Beads, Aegis. Yeah, exactly. No, exactly.
Now dive me. I have beads.
Yeah, now dive me. I just use my Aegis.
Squishy. Yeah, it used to be you could at least CC a squishy early game and kill him and get that off. Now it's, beads.
Or it could be, you bought beads? Well, we're controlling the orbs, so you can't heal up.
I mean, yeah, but I do like the orbs. All right, I've put a couple tweets and posts on Reddit out there asking for different opinions. And I've gotten quite a few decent ones that I like so far. Now, I'm not saying all these changes. I'm not saying all of them. But I'm going to list off a whole bunch of possible changes that I've heard that I think could help. Lower the burst heal, the initial heal. Lower the mana.
Make it so it's not an AoE.
Make it
just the person
mana
that picks
over time. You could,
Yeah.
Yep, hold up. I got to get into it. Make it so it's not an AoE, but so when you pick it up, your whole team gets it, but at a smaller value. Decrease the cooldown on them so they last, or so they don't spawn as fast. Or I guess it'd be increase the cooldown on them.
Yeah.
Make it so you have to wait 30 seconds after taking a tower to get an orb, so you don't get a free orb as soon as the tower gets destroyed.
I like that. That's a good one.
The one I personally came up with and was talking to Famous about was, because there's so many orbs on the map, make it so you can only pick up 2 orbs in a minute or 2 minutes or whatever it is. So when you actually push them back off your Phoenix, they can only grab 2 of those orbs to heal up. Unlike a minute long, 2 minute long cooldown, of course, or something like that. So now either they have to steal those other orbs to deny them from you, which would be okay because they're not healing from them, so at least you have a better chance of fighting, or the enemy team, or whoever's finally pushing back, might actually be able to grab one and heal up themselves. Or at least cause a fight over it, force a fight over it, because you know that you can't heal off this, but they can, so they want it, and you can bait them. Like Famous said, add a Bull Demon King. I heard add an Apophis. Another one I really liked is a Totem Coup.
Hashtag please don't make Assault Clash.
Please, no.
Yeah, well, I was just, like I said, I'm just listing off possible ones. I don't really personally
that's
like
not
the
a possible
Apophis
one.
too terribly much. But they were just
Pyra's
suggesting...
already killed Clash. Don't kill Assault too.
Well, they were just suggesting a team-wide buff of sorts. That wasn't Fire Giant.
Like disabling a tower or a Phoenix for 60 seconds? That'd be a good one.
Yeah, like I said, Bull Demon King would be good. I think a Totem Coup would be really good. I think Totem Coup actually would be really, really good, especially if you put it under the same 15-minute principle, that it goes away. And The only problem with that is it kind of does also promote tower sitting, but I think it would be nice because it'd give you a chance to actually snowball on some gold. You know
Well,
what I mean?
it would give you something to fight over early, but if you got it, you could also sit under a tower and regen some mana.
Right, so you could get it defensively or offensively.
Exactly. I actually like the Totem of Coup concept. I think it would have to be reworked for Assault. But it'd be interesting if you had Totem of Coup for 10 minutes and then it dropped a Bull Demon King of some sort. It had to be reworked for Assault again. I think the Bull Demon King in Joust is a little strong for the Assault map. But to be able to disable a tower at 10 minutes, especially if the enemy team is sitting under a tower, would be a viable strat to cancel out tower sitting, which is what people want, without adding these orbs that are stupid snowbally. Personally, I
think making the orbs a heal over time would help a lot too.
I agree.
You could
It's
also
like I should work at high res.
You could also move the orbs. So if you put the orbs between Phoenix and Tier 2 tower, that makes them leave tower to go get it. And if you want the whole team to heal, the whole team leaves. So it'd be a lot easier to siege then. Prevents the tower camping.
He wants to move the second tower.
Move the orbs.
Move
closer
the
orbs
to the
from
Phoenix.
mid and put them by the Phoenix.
Why? So people can just siege your Titan?
I think.
No,
I
have
do
those
think they
be
need
the only
to move.
ones then. So that way you have to completely leave to go
So
heal.
there's no orbs in mid. No, that would fuck
Yeah.
you so bad, dude. I already have plenty of allies.
If anything, it should be the opposite.
All right, real
It
quick.
should be only in mid.
Real quick, in Assault, if you are low, I don't give a fuck if you're low, stay close enough to get the XP from the wave still. I've had so many allies underlevel themselves because they back off too far when they're low on health.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you fucking die because you're getting the same fucking amount of XP sitting back there as if you were dead. None.
I think. Listen,
All right, sorry, mini tangent.
I gotta say this in my experience. I think they need to lower the count of orbs and adjust them somewhat. But I think there should be the 2 in mid, and then after you get both towers, one spawns in the middle of the towers on each side.
In the middle of in between them two.
Yeah.
Between the two.
Because then it gives you an opportunity to retreat, but it also gives the enemy team an opportunity to chase, and you're not getting 2 orbs in seconds. You know what I mean? Like, those tower orbs are really close together, and they're really close to the Phoenix line. So if you lose a Phoenix fight, you just literally turn around, run to the orbs, and then you can turn around and fight again because you're over half health. If there's only one orb there, and let's say one of your teammates turns around and runs and gets it without the rest of the team, then you're kind of fucked. Even if you're retreating, they can still chase because you have to run all the way to the next orbs, which are halfway down the map. I just think
that's come I kind of think if you were to put a cooldown on being able to use them, I think
I
works.
agree
So
that
like
too.
I said, like you could pick up two in a row. Now, still be able to grab more, but it just doesn't heal you.
just to deny them from the enemy team.
Yeah, to deny. Or like I was telling Famous, what it could also do is you grab 2 of them, but let's say it's a 30-second, cooldown per orb you pick up, right? Or whatever the fuck it is. Or like what would I say? Like you get an imaginary stack when you pick one up, and you can only have 2 stacks at a time, and it goes away after 30 seconds or something like that. Then that might also create a scenario where you pick up 2 orbs, but you still really need to heal, but you kind of want to keep pressure. So now you sit by the orbs in mid lane, waiting for the cooldown to come off, and that could lead to a potential fight and kind of keep the game still going, instead of just running all the way back and healing up the whole way.
You are not wrong.
But
I
on the same
agree
hand,
with a
people
lot
will
of these
probably
thoughts.
just grab the middle 2 and just fucking take the other ones. But if you were to incorporate it in such a way where if you pick up one of the orbs, even when you can't be healed by it, where it refreshes that stack, so you have to start the cooldown or the timer again. So if you go for the denial, you're still denying yourself. So you have to really choose. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I also think they just need to nerf the cooldown rate. Like they spawn way too fast.
Yeah. A minute's too fucking much. Especially like you said, there's 6 of them.
Yeah.
This is assault. You're not supposed to heal too much in assault.
That's
I was
my
excited
point.
when I seen these. Like if they were like I don't know the exact numbers they give right now, but 100 plus 5%, I would be cool with that.
If they were half
That
as
would be
effective
alright.
as they are now,
they would.
First of all, they would promote more fighting because they're more important. When they're off a cooldown, you need them. Your team needs them. You need to fight over them. You can't just sit under tower half health because the enemy team will then collect all the orbs still. So you need to fight. If their cooldowns were nerfed and they were a little less effective, they would be more worthwhile to get. More important to get.
Yes.
Yes.
I still say we get rid of him. Just put up a BDK.
What if we had orbs for the first 15 minutes and then they only spawned where towers were? The middle orbs were removed.
What if we removed
say-
them completely?
If we were to remove them, I would say first 10 minutes they're there. Still nerf the fuck out of them.
Yeah, I
and then
agree.
they become a BDK. So they'd follow a principle of like the gold or fire giant spawning at 10. Or hell, it could even be, since you got 5 people, you start with 3,000 gold. It could even be like the gold fury spawning at 2 minutes.
We could just take them out of assault.
Let's just go back to the old assault map.
See, no, I love the
No,
idea
let's
of the
keep this
orbs.
new map.
They're just
Get rid of the
too-
fucking orbs and give us a BDK in that side lane.
They just
Boom.
need to be a fucking small heal. Like, they shouldn't heal you more than a pot.
It shouldn't even be a heal. You want to give us mana? Sure. It's assault.
I'm with that.
You shouldn't
I'm
be
with
able
it.
to heal an assault.
No, I'm
It
with
gets
that.
rid of the
Yeah,
whole purpose of the
mana.
fucking game.
And to be fair, like, because we play a decent amount of assault. And
Yeah,
Like,
we're
assault
decently
is
skilled.
assault.
We die in assault when we run out of a mana because we can't
Well,
defend
when-
ourselves finally. That's
When
9
I'm
times
having
out
a
of 10
bad
how we die.
when I'm having a bad time in Smite, I go play assault because assault is where the better players always win the fucking game. Period. If you are the worst team, you are the worst player in an assault, you are gonna find out. Not anymore. Not anymore. Assault is not assault anymore.
No, it's not.
Shitty players can win games now, and it's so annoying.
No, if you're bad, you're still gonna lose. We had
No,
an
you're
outwatch.
not.
You know, we
Ask
had
our
an outwatch
ask
in
our
our
game
team.
earlier.
Ask. It's just, no. You if you're bad, you're bad. It doesn't matter what god you get.
No, yeah, you're right. That's what we're saying, Dap.
That's what I'm saying.
No, yeah, that's what we're saying. All right. Again, I don't want to brag. I'm just not the bragging type. But I don't know for a fact because I don't know the number. But I can almost guarantee I have a high MMR in assault or elo, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And some of the most sweatiest matches we get on the PS4 are in assaults.
Yeah.
As fucking sad as that is, that's where we sweat the hardest. Maybe not necessarily us, but that's where
is
everybody's sweating the
gross.
hardest. Yeah, like that's
But
like I was saying.
this
My
made
assault games, even with this heavy snowball, they still last 30 plus minutes because people are sweating their fucking dick off, knowing how to camp, how to counter siege, how to survive. Like you know how you get like those people who play Conquest so much, or like the GMs, like we recognize each other in game. I run into fucking people I recognize in assaults constantly. Like literally, we'll be in a loading screen. I'll be like, oh, yo. Right there, Golfern. Yeah, he's on my friends list. Like, watch out for him. Like, he plays assault all the fucking time. Like, we're up there. He wins a lot. And then, sure as shit, you know, one of the dudes will pop off. Like, it's crazy.
I just think Assault
Anyways.
went from a game mode that was all about team fighting and playing smart and outplaying your opponents to a game mode that is surrounded
Just
by
another
winning
game
a team
mode.
fight. One team fight wins you the game. If you can make it to 25 minutes, one team fight wins you the game. It doesn't matter.
I don't even know about that, man. It's almost turned into the first full wipe after 20 minutes.
That's what I mean. After 25
Like,
minutes,
no,
if
it's
you
almost
got
to be a full
you
wipe,
win.
though.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. A good team fight, you get a full wipe, you win the game.
Because you have enough health to siege.
Yep, because you can...
Because of those stupid fucking orbs.
Yeah. You have enough health to go back, collect health, and...
Those orbs literally represent the complete opposite of what assault is. It was a terrible idea.
That's all right. There's still bad players that take the orbs away from their team, just grabbing them solely. I love that. That's my favorite thing.
I really just... It's the HP. That's really...
Yeah.
The
You want
HP
to
and
you
how
want
often
to you want
get
to
it. That's what
make a
bothers me.
mana. If when you get them, you get some mana back and say you get a second off of your cooldowns. Fine, fuck it, go ahead. That'll make it
That
interesting.
would be cool, actually.
But no health. You're not
At
supposed to be able to heal an assault.
You know what I really think would... If they truly wanted to keep the HP... If they wanted to keep the health, what I think would truly keep it the most fair is to make it a multi-pot. An actual multi-pot.
Oh, so
A
like
little bit of health.
That would be more fair.
bit
a
of
team.
mana.
So it's
team
not a
multi-pot?
burst.
Yeah, I hear you.
A team
That would be
multi-pot. And you make it work like a multi-pot.
So you can actually gank them when they're going for them and make them regret it.
fair. Yeah, you get 20,
Yeah.
Punish them for it.
28 ticks of health and mana. What is it, 5 and 3?
25.
You're right, 25. 25 ticks of
And
health and mana,
which
and it's
I
5 and 3, if I remember correctly.
I know a lot of people be like, oh, well, it's only, 100 HP and like 75 mana for a mana pot or a multi-pot, right? Or is it 150?
Welcome to
Whatever
Assault.
it is. I know a lot of people don't like mana pots because they don't think it's that much. And they're like, oh, wow, you're nerfing the fuck out of it. But we'll just say it's 150. I don't know exactly off the top of my head. If you let your whole team get it and it's able to tick, right? Even at 150 health, that's per person. That would still get you 750 health for your team.
Especially when there's 20 of them on the map.
Yeah, and if there's that too. And you know what? If you get 2 of them in a row, make it stack like an actual pot. Don't make
Right.
it stack side-by-side pots, like how you can get a health chalice pot and a regular pot going. No, make it like you're to pop 2 health pots in a row.
What if it?
Oop, ticking for 50 seconds now.
What if they did it so it was a team-wide effect and got rid of the AoE, but it was only a mana or a multi-pot?
I'd be okay with that.
I think I would be too.
It would still be pretty strong, just because, like, you know, obviously team-wide and doesn't matter how close you are, that always is going to be strong.
Yeah.
But if it was literally just a multi-pot, nothing fucking else, and function just the same, I think I'd be okay with that.
I agree. I think
Because
that
you
would
gotta
be...
imagine, if you were to, like, if it's pretty even match, or they're just trying to prevent the snowball and all that, and you have some sort of god with any sort of artillery range to it, you could really make the guy pay for even trying to go get it still, so it wouldn't be like super OP. But on the same hand, if you got that, I mean, you guys got an extra like 750 health to go fucking dive for the next 25 seconds. Because that's something a lot of people in Assault, like, don't take in consideration, and I think in most game modes in Smite in general. Health pots ticking when you're close to full health, you need to fucking fight, take some damage. Otherwise, you're wasting money on that HP. You're wasting money on that pot. And it'd be like a similar concept, like, let's grab this motherfucker and go fight him for the next 5 seconds or 10 seconds, because we're going to be able to get that little bit more sustain.
Are we done
I don't know,
yelling
just
about
being a
Assault
guy
map?
who plays Cucullin a lot, especially like in Assault, there's a lot of times where I got a health chalice ticking and a health pot ticking, and I'm already like 150 health away from max. I'm looking to fight, you know, and I think it's a similar situation. Yeah, I think we can be done talking about Assault, though. Rambling about some Assault.
If you have any thoughts about the Assault map, hit us up in Discord. If you have any good ideas, DM or at Famous Freak. Oh my gosh, at Fro Double G.
For us,
Jeez,
like, yeah,
man.
Freak don't give a fuck. Remove
Freak
the
doesn't
orbs.
give a
Remove the orbs.
You message me, your message is getting lost in the ether.
Yeah, right. Send it to Fro
So
so
even
we
if
can
I-
take it on.
'cause if I was- Hi-Res would fucking hate me if I was an Olympian. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah,
Every
real talk,
Olympian meeting, I'd be like, what the fuck are you guys thinking about? You guys are fucking morons.
Real talk,
Real
you
talk.
wouldn't have made it.
I
to
love
the
Assault.
Olympics.
This is one of my favorite game modes. I even told them guys, like when I joined up with the Olympians, that like I really, as soon as I heard about the Assault map, like I want to help out with this. I love the game mode. I want it to be fun. I posted a tweet. Like I said, I got a post on Reddit. You can DM me on Discord. You can just tag me in a regular tweet. Post in the BotG Discord, the PS4 Olympian Discord. Like, get a hold of me if you have any good suggestions, as long as it's not sounding like Famous saying just remove them.
I don't think you're gonna get a better idea than removing those stupid orbs.
I'm trolling you, but please give us a good idea. Give me some good feedback. I'll let them know. Try to collect a good pile, so hopefully we can find a fun way, an interesting way to kind of shake it up still, but not just go back to the old Assault. Anyways, please get a hold of me. Make Smite great again. Lols.
Yeah, and tell them to just get rid of the orbs. Let's be the majority here. If we're the majority, they don't have any other choice than to get rid of them. Because, when they told us they were redoing the Assault map, they didn't say, oh yeah, by the way, we're adding things that make it no longer Assault. We forgot to mention.
They said they were going to look to add something to stop snowballing, but I thought it was going to be an objective. And I literally, when I heard about the coup, I'm like, oh man, I bet they're going to use the same mechanic and put that in Assault. And then when I saw the orbs, I was like, oh.
Well, rip my favorite game mode.
I'm not going to lie, dude. BDK or coup, I think, would be like the best options. Let's stop talking about Assault. I can keep fucking rambling if you guys allow me.
I don't know, it's just kind of sad. So when I play Smite, it's like Conquest or Assault, and now it's like, all right, we're playing Conquest.
Yeah. Like, really? Like, those are my two most, and my most played and my most favorite game modes. Like, if I'm not in one, I'm in the other. And
Siege sucked. They ruined Clash. Well, they ruined Assault. I guess we got Conquest at least.
Nev and Depp have been really quiet this whole time.
Yeah, it's because they're raging.
Well, anytime I tried to say something positive, I got shut down, so...
I mean,
No.
Nev, I was agreeing with you. The orbs were fun. I like the orbs. That's why I've been keep asking for changes, not removing.
Right. No. I was just teasing. I'm not actually upset about it. Like I said earlier, they do need to tone it down a little. I mean, either, like you guys said, either get rid of some of them, not have so many, and or increase the cooldown on it, and or reduce the heal / mana. I agree with that. But I've been having a lot of fun with it. I think it's added a unique gameplay to it. I apparently had a different experience than you guys. But I even when
Xbox in general is playing a different game than us at this point. I'm convinced.
At this point, it's not the same game.
I'm not even like trying to pat myself on the back, because yesterday Depp and I and a few other people, we played Assault and we lost every single game, but I was still having fun with it because I'm trying to learn how to utilize the orbs and strategize around it. So, I mean,
real quick, I do gotta say though, Nev, like, cause I've played with both sides of the fence here.
Yeah.
When we play Assault, like with Silent Reveries, and we fuck off and we have fun, and we'll pub stomp, occasionally we'll get stomped.
Right. Yeah.
That's not even close to the level of sweat that comes out of the Assault games on this side. Like, I'm really not exaggerating the sweaty levels of Assault matches we have.
PS4 in general is either the stupidest stomps that shouldn't have occurred because of matchmaking shouldn't have let them occur, or the sweatiest games that you just want to wring your eyes out because you have people trolling on your team, but you can't end and the enemy team is bad that they can't end. And you're just like, what the fuck is going on? That's PS4 Smite right now.
Well, I'm just saying, like, when I never got chased to Phoenix within the first 3 minutes of a game on Xbox. I have that happen like once every 15 games on PlayStation. Like someone will dive and like you'll have multi people diving so fucking early, just like super try hardy.
Meanwhile, on Xbox, we're just doing jump parties in the middle of the lane.
Oh, jump parties? No, you don't do jump party.
Jump parties are baits for getting killed.
They really are. Jump parties are, hey, I'm lining up my ability.
Hey, let me jump next to you so I can hit you with my ability and my team can kill you.
Oh, yes, Depp, tell them about our jump party.
Oh no, someone we were jumping and someone on the enemy team threw an ability at us and we're like, you fucked up, buddy, and we melted him. Like he died. He died for his crimes.
No. You're making us sound a lot nicer than we are, Depp.
Which one was it then?
Because we were going against five. We were going against 5 Guan Yus. Depp and I were both Zeus, and there started a jump party, and I'm like, and I mean the entire team clustered up like shoulder to shoulder, touching, along with our allies. And I told Depp, I'm like, Depp, I'm dropping ult and throwing my shield in about 3, 2, 1. I drop ult, throw out the shield. Depp does the same thing, so they're all sitting in a fucking double Zeus ult, double detonate, and their team, like literally 3 of them, like instantly die. The other 2 ult out, and they're dead like 15 seconds later. It was fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, the Guan Yus lost to the Zeus.
Oh, they lost that hard.
What was it? We were trying to get everyone as Zeus, but a couple of our... What was it? I think we had an Arthur. The Arthur's pretty strong. Arthur? Yeah. Because
we had a Cabrakan, didn't we?
I thought we...
I don't know. We had a frontliner. It might have been an Arthur. I know we had a frontliner. You're right. But it was just great because it's just like they're all jump partying and it's like, I've learned my lesson. I don't do this.
I play on PS4 where you jump party and you die.
Was that the match where I was slapping people, or was that...
Oh, that was it. Well, that was one of them, dude. You were slapping on quite a few matches, honestly, with Zeus. Let's see, didn't we do a double Discordia?
Oh, we had a Thor on our team.
Depp is looking for the receipts.
We had, I'm pulling up receipts. We had a Thor, 2 Arthurs, and 2 Zeus.
There we go. Yep. Good stuff.
Which one of the guy only has like 28 masteries.
Well, you gotta remember.
We'll call him Detonation.
No, his account level was 28. He had 15 masteries.
Yeah,
that's me, fuckhead.
No, there's a 22 with 5. There's a 22 with 5.
Oh no, that's me. That's me.
Yeah,
that's Depvea.
Let's see. There was another account level 35. I was the highest account level on our team.
All right. Anyway. Anything else about the new Salt map? Anything else about Assault in general?
I'm having fun with it. I like it.
Me too.
It's fun. It's pretty. It needs tweaked.
It needs adjusted.
I agree.
Needs to be Assault again. Make Assault great again.
Hashtag make Assault great again.
Well, I'm not the best Smite player, but when I'm on the Conquest map, or any map for that matter, I've got a real problem with tunnel vision.
Great transition, Depp.
I thought it was.
Top tier.
I thought it was.
So why are we talking about tunnel vision, Depp?
Well, we're just pointing out mistakes that we make and things that we can work on to become a better Smite player, and maybe other people have problems with it too. So, to help with my tunnel vision, I'm going to try to move my mini-map closer to the character model so that I can see kind of where everyone's at, so that I've got better map awareness and I don't go chasing guys when I don't need to be.
Agreed, Depp. Yeet.
Real.
What Depp is trying to say,
there, guys.
What Depp is trying to say
real
is
quiet out there. No input. No.
Let's talk about something, but not explain what we're talking about.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to finish that.
I was waiting for you to tell us why we were talking about that thing.
It's mistakes that I make.
All right, so we're trying a new section where we do top 5 things. This week, we're talking about top 5 mistakes that we make as players. Depp's Number 1 is that he has really bad tunnel vision and forgets to pay attention to his map.
I've been there.
I think we've all been there. When I play solo, I get really bad about that, and then I turn around and my team's dead, and I go, shit. But that's kind of the solo's job, isn't it? Am I wrong? I'm just gonna run at you until I die? Or my team kills you?
I think it's like the most impactful, like if you're chasing somebody through the jungle, no matter what role you're in, you're like, oh my god, they have like 20 HP. I just need to catch them. I'm gonna pop my sprint. I'm gonna run after them. Oh shit, there's their whole team.
Then you get Thany ulted.
Yeah, that too. Just all of
Oh
it.
yeah, they have a Thanatos, don't they? Oh,
I just
that's
need to
pretty
get 2 more inches closer. Oh, I'm dead. Fuck, what happened? Wait. Yeah, no, tunnel vision is a really bad thing that a lot of players have. Pay attention to your map, know where your enemies are, don't chase. There's no reason. If you are getting a kill or getting somebody low enough that they have to back, especially early game, it's about the same thing. Unless they have teleport, you have done the same job. You've made it low enough that they have to go back to base and reset. Just like if they died and had a really short cooldown on their death. So they just come back and are in lane a few seconds later. Either way, don't chase.
All right. So I step away to use the restroom, and you guys absolutely fucking train wreck.
No. Depp absolutely train wrecks because he forgets to tell everybody what we're talking about.
No,
You're right,
I told
you're right.
people that
All right.
this is a mistake I make in Smite.
You're right, Def. You're right.
I
All
was
right,
on point
so
with it. I
You're
was
not
just
wrong.
too subtle for Willow's.
You're not wrong.
blunt.
You know
You know
corn.
corn?
You know corn. So
Dead memes are dead.
what? Why don't we the dead memes?
Guess what I bought at the grocery store today, Depp?
Corn?
Bread. Bread.
Who's
I
in the
was
bread
in the
aisle?
bread aisle today.
Famous was in the bread aisle. So
That was a
Let's-
sound.
let's talk about real quick what causes the tunnel vision.
Greed. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Greedy.
I need to get this kill. I
Greed.
need to get this kill. I need to get this kill.
Especially if you're hunting for that penta. You
No,
gotta
no,
That's
squad.
you
different,
thirst for a
though.
penta. Never.
Yeah,
No,
you
you
thirst
thirst
you
for that
better
vision.
have
Tunnel
tunnel
vision.
vision for a penta.
If you're going for a penta, there is nothing else in the world that matters.
It's already you've
I'm
already
running
killed
into
her
their
too.
base.
Yeah, like what's the worst gonna happen? You die? Who fucking cares?
At
So-
that
Now,
point,
if
who
you're
cares?
going into a full 5-man versus 5-man team fight, like I'm getting a penta right here, well, I mean,
Yeah, you
tunnel vision might help you, it might not, but you got a pair of balls, and I respect it.
So you got your greed, you're tilted. That dude's killed you 3 times already and spammed laughed running away each time. You're mad.
Ooh. Yee.
Let it go. Stay
Let it
focused.
go?
Let it go. Stay focused.
Let
Back
it
on it,
go.
farm.
Thank you.
Let
Thank
it
you,
go.
I wasn't buying
I don't
bait.
know the words.
Can't hold me
I-
back
I might.
anymore.
Of course, Willow knows he doesn't even have a kid.
Let it go. All right.
Can't hold me back anymore.
No, she doesn't say that the second time through, but I'm not.
How many
going through
times have you watched that with your wife, Willow?
I have actually never seen that movie.
it. I've seen it like 30 times.
I'm
Only
sure you
30?
have. You're surrounded by young females.
I
Dude,
thought it'd be
okay,
more
so
than
I got
30.
a shit ton of nieces. We watched that shit at fucking Christmas too. It's like, oh my god, fucking kill me.
I'm sorry. But anyway,
I feel like Olaf when he runs into that icicle.
So, Fro,
He's like, oh, I've
how-
been impaled.
How pissed were you when you found out they were making a Frozen 2?
At least I get to watch something different.
Yeah, right.
all right,
New
back
songs.
on
Let's
My
go.
cousin,
Let's go.
when he found out, he texted me and he was like, "Oh my god, there's another Frozen." I was like, "I'm sorry, bro." He has 4 daughters, by the way.
Oh my god.
three.
Yeah. He was like, so do you like have a gun I can borrow?
Oh, your buddy. Yeah.
He's like, I'm probably going to spend like $200 on Frozen 2 tickets by the time it's out of theaters. I was like, yeah, have fun, buddy.
But
right.
anyway, don't
Let's
be
move
greedy
on to
and don't get tilted.
What?
stay focused, stay farming. You'll get him eventually, Tiger. I believe in you. What's the next one? Nev,
Whoever wants to go
you had
next.
one for us?
Yeah, so I guess it can kind of go hand in hand with depths here. I've gotten really good at warding, but my placement needs some work. So I'm not placing wards at the most optimal locations.
You're not being efficient
Or not
with your
placing them.
wards.
Yeah, so like for an example, why am I warding mid-harpies when I need to be focusing on warding fire giant, for an example?
Yeah, you don't really
you're
need
placing wards. Yeah, like you said, you're placing wards mid harpies, and you're getting ready to take fire giant because it's 18 minutes into the game, and your team just got to pick on the other side of the map. Like, where's that ward going? And why? Don't
Exactly.
just ward because you're there.
At 5 minutes, that's a great ward spot, especially as a mid player. That's an extremely important spot because it tracks players coming around and coming in and out of your lane. At 10 minutes, you want to be more focused on the Gold Fury and making sure that you have wards there. At 15 to 20 minutes, you're looking at Pyromancer and Fire Giant, so you need to make sure that you have wards on that side of the map. If everybody is warding on the team, you should be able to spread your wards out effectively, but know what time in the map it is and what objectives are on the map at that point in time. If the enemy team or you just got Fire Giant, why place another ward at Fire Giant? It's down for 5 minutes.
Right.
Go
Right.
put a ward around Gold Fury, or go put a ward
Around the
pushing-
Oni Fury.
Yeah, pushing into their jungle. You know what I mean? Like at their purple buff because you want to push left lane, or at their blue buff because you want to push right lane, or towards their back camps because you're trying to push up mid. Be smart about where you're placing your wards comparatively to the time frame and the objectives that are on the map.
Very sound advice. Like, I feel like conceptually I understand it, but like in the
practice.
moment I'm just like, yeah.
It's
In the moment
habit.
I'm just like, oh, here's a ward right here. Here you go.
It's not only that.
And
In the first 15 minutes, how many wards do you place on harpies? All of your wards are going on harpies because you want to track what's coming in and out of your lane.
Correct.
At 15
and
minutes,
that's
though,
another good point too. When warding, place them where you want to know where someone's coming from. Don't place them just because, I need vision here. Like, yeah, okay, mid-harpies are okay. Actually, mid-harpies are pretty much so good until the 15-20 minute mark where you're all grouped up. Because it's a highly traveled spot.
yeah,
You want
mid's
to
coming.
know...
Mid jungle's coming in and out of red and back camps on both sides. The support's rotating through mid all the time. Those are great spots that are highly contested ward spots.
If we look at like dual lane, why are you placing a ward on purple buff 15 minutes in?
Exactly.
That doesn't. It
You
doesn't
should be
matter.
looking to group
that
up.
ward needs to be closer to. Well, yeah, you should be looking to group up. But if you're like over there to clear wave, why would you place your ward on void buff when you could be placing it closer to the red, more towards the middle, more towards your team, more highly contested spot, more highly traveled spot? You could be placing it by closer
Gold
to the
Fury.
Oracle Pit.
Yep.
You know, the void buff, your void buff isn't going to help you when you're trying to push down T1 tower. The jungler's not coming through that location. You want to put it where you want to see the jungler with enough time to react, in an actual spot where you actually fucking see him.
I 100% agree.
And I've said this many a times. I still have people who fucking give me shit about it. Placing a ward in the middle of the lane, in between the two jungle entrances, is viable towards the later end of the game, especially mid lane.
Oh, mid lane, I do that all the
place,
time.
That ward you were going to place on mid harpy, fuck placing it on the mid harpy. Place it on the T1 tower line in between the two jungle entrances, or the T2. The jungler, somebody is going to come through that spot. If you were to just place it off on the harpy side, maybe they didn't quite go that side and you wouldn't have caught it. Those are still, I will always preach those are valuable spots. Especially
As a
later in the
support,
game.
making sure you're warding Gold Fury early game and Fire Giant late game is really important. You are the tank. You need to be the one who's placing that ward. If you're not placing the ward, you're leaving your mid or jungler by themselves, and if they get ganked trying to place a ward in the middle of the map, that's your fault. You're that guy. You want to be able to push the ward up. If your team has control of the pit, you're the one pushing the ward towards the back camps and the blue buff, or towards mid, because that's where their team is sitting. They're sitting between mid and mid harpies and back harpies in that little pit area around mid lane. You are the one who's going to be placing the deepest ward for your team. You're going to be the one who's going in to try and de-ward on Fire Giant. This is my biggest pet peeve against AD carries. First of all, yes, you have to buy wards. I don't care who you are. If you think you are the best ADC in the world, you have to buy wards.
I don't give a fuck what role you're playing.
No,
you have to buy wards.
Exactly, but it seems to be
Barracuda bought wards on his first back the other day
Yep,
in a game I was watching.
exactly.
So yeah,
top end junglers, top end ADCs are buying wards every back. You need to buy wards every back. I'm sorry. The second point is, if you are the aggressor in that lane, guess what? You need wards ×2, because guess who's rotating every time you're at their T1 tower line? Oh, the jungler's coming from Gold Fury? Oh, you didn't have a ward
and their
up?
mid came this time too.
Oh, their mid. Oh, you're fucked because you decided not to ward. The backside of Gold Fury and in the enemy purple buff and red buff areas, great ward spots. It allows you to see those rotations. When a mid comes from mid to red buff, the mid might say missing, but if they clear red, it's going to be a few more seconds. And guess what? That jungler and mid laner are coming, and they are going to kill you. And if you don't have wards up, you're just dead.
All right, let me lay it down real quick from you. What happens when you don't have wards? Right? You turn. Oh shit, there's the jungler. The jungler leaps at you. You use your dash, and you think you're a boss and got away. But then Hades fucking leaps at you and ults you, and now you're rooted in place and get killed.
Yep, you're dead.
Because you didn't have a ward, and you panicked and used your dash. But you were fucked regardless, because you didn't have a ward.
And the funny thing is, that jungler probably has blink, and he's going to blink on you. You use your dash, and guess what? He's following with his.
Oh, yeah. Realistically, yeah. I was trying to make them feel better before they died, virtually.
Oh, I outplayed him? No,
right.
I didn't. Fuck.
All right, Nev. You got one for us? I mean, Willow. Sorry.
All right, so my biggest one is I don't use VGS effectively. First of all, I hate VGS. I think it's a cool concept, but most of the time I'm communicating via voice, and then I remember that half my team can't hear me talking. So I'm not being effective in my communications. I was trying to do it a lot today when I was playing with Famous. I was playing mid a lot, and every time the mid left, I made it a habit to call missing, or retreat left or
A
right
whole
lane.
new level of willowing we never knew existed.
I was trying. I am really bad. Like, first of all, I hate the VGS system. I think it's excessively complicated on console. And I'm sure that most console players agree.
So easy. No, most console players disagree.
But I do know the basics, and
most
I
are
need to
gonna
be
disagree.
I need to be more willing to use them. That's just a personal thing, but as advice, it's really important to give those calls, especially to teammates who can't hear you verbally. So like calling enemy missing or calling retreat left lane because they're pushed up and you know that the jungle mid are rotating. Okay, you gave them that call. Hopefully they understand they need to get out now. It just helps your team. It's one of those things that can make you a better player. I just need to get better at it. Heck, I don't even know what no is sometimes. Because VGS. Anyway, I'm trying to get better at it.
So let's go over a couple quick examples of what happens if you're bad at VGS. You're playing the new assault map. You forget to say group up. Your teammate miss out on 3 OP healing orbs. Now he's the next person to get killed because you didn't call group up.
I know how to say group up. I play support.
Will's like, that's the only one I know how. I spam that shit all the time. Please group up.
Please,
We're
group
30
up.
minutes in a game.
Why are you in fucking duo lane when we're at Fire Giant? What the fuck are you doing?
Now, let's say, Willow doesn't call, or I don't call, enemy missing left in the duo lane. Because we're all in comms. Except we forget our mid lane is the one random. Next thing you know, we're hearing in VGS, enemy missing left, enemy missing left, enemy missing left. Thanks. Cancel that. You have a tilted S teammate. Because honestly, you could have called enemy missing left. He could have placed wards, and he could have had map awareness, but you could have called
That's
missing.
another good point. That's another good point. Remember, if you're like, God, this guy's being a fucking asshole, remember, you might be the cause of that.
Yeah,
I got that yesterday. Some guy messaged me after a game. He was like, dude, you're so toxic. And I was like, yeah, you caused me to go to that dark place.
Were you E-Rock canceling that again?
Oh, fuck yes.
But,
I'm a toxic son of a bitch, Willow. Do you not know?
No, I know. I play with you. You yelled at me today for telling you that somebody was coming up behind you because you dropped the kill.
Yeah, I did. That fucked me up so much. I hate that. When I'm trying to do something and focus and someone's fucking talking at me, it turns my whole brain off.
I was just trying to give you good team calls.
That's why my girlfriend knows to keep her mouth shut in the bedroom.
All right, Fro, what's yours?
Not real. Mine would be positioning.
Doggy? Missionary?
All of them.
All right.
Apparently you need more practice.
Played a lot of Warriors and Guardians. I started off playing Guardians and switched to Warriors for most of my Smite career. Considering I always played the tank, and I played a lot of Assault where I build like Gaia first item, so I'm used to having a lot of regen, a lot of sustain. I play a little too aggressive sometimes. Not necessarily my gameplay entirely, but a lot of times my positioning. I've had to work on that a lot, being over in the carry lane.
I noticed that yesterday when I was playing with you, when we played that one game and you played Kronos. You're like basicing their support from like 2 inches away. I'm like, back up, man, back up. And then I remember we have a Susanoo support who's not peeling at all.
Oh, that's because they had a fucking... I was slapping that game, though. That's
you
why.
You were. I will give you that.
Why. And I was Kronos. I was Kronos.
Fro is one of those guys where like the whole team backs to base and you're like, hey, Fro.
Yeah, we're gone, Fro. And you're like, oh.
Goodbye.
That's why they're focusing me, because no one else is here.
I was kind of wondering why I was getting hit by all the abilities.
I was wondering why all I thought was red health bars.
Yeah, a lot of that has to do with like my positioning.
It also brings
that
it back
has to do with awareness.
My good old-fashioned map awareness and tunnel vision too, right?
Well, a lot of mine is I'm not tunnel visioning, and it's not necessarily bad map awareness because I was with the team. I just didn't like back out. Or
he sometimes doesn't remember
that
he needs to disengage.
Yeah, I'm not like thirsting for a kill. I'm not chasing you to your Phoenix, but I'm also not leaving this fight. Like I'm here to fight.
Or you're standing next to the solo laner who's on their carries, and you're just like standing next to them, getting the same abilities hit on you.
Yeah.
That happened a couple times in that game.
But to be fair, they had free roam to go wherever the fuck they wanted because our Bakasura wasn't doing anything, and we didn't have a support.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So
we basically were 3v5ing the entire game.
And I was, it was like, 15 minutes in, and I was level 20 already as the ADC on Kronos. I was looking for the hype plays. I was running at them because that was my plan. Because I could. I had levels on them. But, no, just like, when I play Cupid, been playing a lot of Cupid and Hachiman. They're both very, very safe. Yep, Cupid main. They're both very safe. They help me a lot with my positioning. They can be effective at range. You just got to kind of remember who you are, what you can do, and who you're against. There's a lot of it. If you're playing an immobile mage, right, like a Zeus, you want to stay as far back as possible, especially when your abilities are down. Your abilities are up, maybe you can play a little more aggressive and be up there a little bit more. Probably a bad idea because you're still a mage. But if you're like in something besides in a conquest, let's say you're an assault or a joust and you want to actually go up and drop ult and shield lightning combo, it's possible. You just got to know when and where to go in, where you need to be until then.
Yeah, playing passively until you can engage with your team or follow up on abilities is really important to know. Positioning isn't just about where you're standing. Positioning is about timing comparatively to your front line or your whatever your setup is. Let's say your support goes in, blinks in, hits a Sylvanas ult. You need to be prepared to use your ult and your abilities to follow that up. But you also need to play safe enough that you can do that. You know what I mean? You are available to follow up and free cast, and you're not getting harassed. Playing smart, playing around your support that is trying to peel for you, whoever's trying to peel for you. Let's say you have a Khepri on your team and he's standing next to you. You need to be in range of him so that he can use his abilities on you, or use his abilities to pull enemies off of you and control them so that you can use your abilities. Playing smart, playing around your team comp, following up on your abilities, all that stuff has to do with positioning, and it just takes practice. Understanding who does what, why a backline support is really important comparatively to a frontline, like an aggressive support. You know what I mean? Like, those are things that are learned over time, but are good to practice and notice. If you're standing next to the solo laner and the assassin while they're trying to take on the ADC, you might be in the wrong spot. You should be looking to follow up with your damage on that, but also be able to retreat and get out if your abilities are down.
Yeet.
Well, anyone else have anything to add? Or
That leaves Famous, right?
Oh, Famous.
Reverse cowgirl's my favorite position.
No. I meant your mistake.
Oh, I see. All right. Well, we saved the best for last. My mistake is that when I turn on the Smite game, it's with a PS4 controller.
Yep.
Memes aside.
Just kidding. Mine is underestimating. I can't. There's been so many times where, like, I get out of a situation with half health, half mana, all my abilities are on cooldown, and a teammate dies to like two enemies with half health and half mana. It's like, I could have went in there. I could have killed both of them. Basically just underestimation in general. Yourself, your teammates especially. Or would that be overestimating? That'd be overestimating at that point.
Or underestimating. You did that last week with Killer. We talked about that. How
That's
you
true.
You were paying
That
a
is
little
true.
passive because you were underestimating what he was going to do, and then he fucking comes in and just fragging.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh,
Then
fuck, I
realized-
should be up there fragging too.
Yeah, I realized Killer has a pair of thumbs and he's actually played the game before.
And that leads to also sometimes underestimating your opponent as well. I suffer from that a lot. A lot of times I'm like, oh, or especially, I don't know, insert any god with a leap. I'm like, I'm going to fucking leap at this guy, and then I'm going to hit him with this ability. I'm going to fuck him up. I'm going to use my ult, and then he's dead. And
Oh,
then,
he just
let's
leaped
say
away?
It's a
Oh,
Thor. Let's say it's a Thor, and you leap at him, and then you get hit with a wall, you get hit with a hammer, he hits the spin to win, and you die. And you're like, well,
That
I
worked.
didn't think he knew how to play the game. Why didn't I think he knew how to play the game? I don't know.
Because most people don't. It's okay.
Well, I mean, yeah. But that's
It's a fair
underestimating them. You underestimated what they could do before they proved what they could do. Safe rule of
How
thumb.
come they're not on
the
my
help-
team?
Yeah, well, listen to my rule of thumb here. Safe rule of thumb when it comes to underestimating. If it's your teammates, assume they can't do anything. And that, I don't mean that in a mean way.
Until
If
they
it's
prove
your
otherwise.
enemies, assume they can do everything
Until they prove otherwise.
until they prove otherwise. If you go into every game thinking that, you will get caught off guard rarely. But yeah, like Famous said, underestimating yourself a lot of times. For me, I know my big moment when I kind of realized that about myself. I was as season 4. I was watching an adapting video. It might have just been his top plays, or it might have been his top Fenrir plays. Oh my god. Like, there's a few of them when he'd be on Fenrir. And you're like, this man is dead. There's 2 people with full life. He's at half life. Little to no mana. He's dead. And then you just watch him walk out with 2 kills in the red with like fucking 10 HP. And you're like, I never would have stopped and fought. Like, I personally thought to myself, I'm like, I never would have turned around and took that fight. Like, I would have just ran until I got killed. And then here I am watching Adapting, where like he makes that moment's noticed, where he's like, all right, I can do this. I just have to turn and burn now.
Yeah, junglers in general have to be good at that. That's why that's my biggest weakness.
Well, and I think that's kind of what led to me getting a little bad about the positioning too, because you can catch so many people off guard doing that. Like Variety when he had Arthur. Fuck it, I'm fighting now. Just turned around and started fucking fighting him. Like,
I was a Ymir jungle yesterday. I was like 200 HP, getting chased by a Thani and a Scylla who were both half health, and I just waited around a corner for him, froze them to him, and ulted them. They died.
Yeah, like you didn't underestimate yourself. You're like, no, I'm doing it. I'm killing them. I'm doing this, and it's gonna happen. Like, you've gauged, you got the plan laid out, you're ready to go, and you believed in yourself and you did it, right? Confidence, Ryan. Confidence.
Now just don't pull a Willow and miss your abilities.
Well, that's Willow on Ymir in general.
Wait, I'm not playing Ymir. Hello?
I know, thank God.
That's what we're talking about right now.
I think that also leads back to that whole thirst thing. That's the opposite effect. Like, you don't know, like, if somebody's running from you, they might just be waiting for a cooldown to turn around and burn you. You know what I mean? Stop thirsting. Stop tunnel visioning. That sending them back to base is just as effective as getting a kill, unless it's super late game. And then you should be team fighting anyway, and your team should be following up on that. Anything else? I think we covered our top 5.
I
think we covered our
top 5 touch and goes.
Sounds like that's it. Let's move on to the Head of Purgatory. Last week was Crit King Arthur. How'd that work out for you, Fro?
It's fucking stupid. He's got 19 abilities. Why would you ever do crit? This was shit and I hate it. Move on. Next.
I knew that was going to be your response.
So you started Lead Shield.
1 and 9. I went 1 and 9 in an arena.
Arena, okay.
What's our next one?
There's no, that's all. Okay.
Next. It was bad. Don't do it.
That's it. That's all he wrote.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was with him that game. Don't do it.
Oh my God. I
played full crit Neath, and I still wasn't the dumbest build on our team.
Dude, literally, I died 9 times, but my soul was crushed 30. Like,
my soul was crushed, and I was just playing with you.
Dude, I would literally walk out, do one fucking ability, get hit with 2 abilities, and have to go back to base. And it's like, this is fucking stupid.
I do have to say, I'm sorry it was at your expense, but I loved seeing an Arthur get shit on and not do anything. Because that's rare.
Worthless.
So rare.
He has too many fucking abilities that even trying to weave in autos is dumb. And his abilities do too much damage, and his autos don't. Cool, they're cleave. Fuck me, I hate this.
Cleave crits, bruh.
Fuck me, I hate this.
Cleave kits, bruh.
Cleave.
Well,
I wish Brutalize critted still.
It sounds
because
like
cleave.
Myth-busted Crit King Arthur is a thing. It's not.
Don't do it.
Moving on. The new Head of Purgatory is Count Succula. You're gonna build all of the lifesteal with good old-fashioned Baron Samedi. Give him
all I heard was suck.
The suck. It's gonna suck the life out of them and into him.
All the suck are belong to me.
All the suck are belong to Navea 03.
Now,
I'm probably gonna try this one though myself too because it sounds fun.
now
It sounds
Nev,
fun, yeah.
you have to do it in
Yeah.
your Exilium game. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. That'd be
Oh,
fucking
hell yeah.
That'd be
Cancel
fucking
that.
sad.
You're the mid laner, aren't you, Nev?
I will be kicked off of the team if I do this.
Girthworm searching for new mid laner.
No, I will figure something out. But yeah, sure. Challenge accepted. I'll do it.
All right. I feel bad because last week, speaking of Nev and mid lane and Exilium and all that, I dropped the fucking ball on our community corner. You know what my mid song should have been?
What's that?
Thoughts of Nevaeh by It Lies Within.
Aww.
Aw,
There's literally a song called Thoughts of Nevaeh, by the way. Like, not
that's
trolling.
awesome. Well, Fro, shoot me the link. I can add it to the playlist. I need to recreate them because I did it on the wrong account.
Awkward.
Real awkward.
Did you add the Beatles songs?
I did.
Oh, nice.
I couldn't find, what is it, like the Archer theme or a lot of those troll songs that he did. But other
Oh,
I'm
than
not
what a
surprised.
shame.
I got most that I could. So look for that. I'll be posting links to them, I guess. Or
I'm
you
excited.
can discover them. Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll post it in the Discord. Might post it on the Twitter. Not sure. Maybe. We'll see.
Be prepared.
So be looking for that. Be looking for it. Well, for our community corner,
You
last
guys
week,
suck this week.
we asked
Oh, Willow, tell us how you feel.
what 3-course dinner is the gods gonna have,
And cocktail.
and cocktail.
So, you fell, Rick, and Bryce, aka Silent Rebels,
No,
all
don't-
said Bakasura.
Don't give Bryce.
Well, Bryce took you fellas.
Yeah, he literally copy pasted you fellas.
He copied and pasted it. You fell Bakasura at an all-you-can-eat buffet and getting kicked out after the restaurant went bankrupt. And then Rick just added Define Pride and said Bakasura is at Wendy's.
I still don't get that joke. What's that from?
I want some Wendy's.
It's one of Define
Watch
Pride's
his
I
video.
thought.
Bakasura's hungry. Like he's playing a game against this one guy who's a Bacchus hungry, and he kept, or his Bakasura, Bacchus hungry. Well, he's a Bakasura, kept saying delicious or something. He was spamming some VGS.
Oh, delicious.
Delicious!
And then I forget what he typed. He typed in there, he's like, yo, if we win this game, I'll buy you food or something like that. And then they end up winning the game, and then he bought him Wendy's.
Wow.
Coffin Monkey said Kerberos walks in and it's just a fucking mess. So there you go. And,
Valid.
And then he also added a Coffin Monkey, a Depp Nation, and a Bacchus walk into Cooper's Hawk Winery. Finish the punchline, Depp.
Depp is the one third wheeling.
And then finally we have Silent Aces. Thor walks into a restaurant. He starts off with a slab of ribs as his appetizer. Then he orders a tomahawk steak. And for dessert, he gets a 20-ounce ribeye and washes it all down with a tankard of mead.
What a boss.
Oh man. Well,
I am excited about this
Nev-
one.
I,
But
Nev
know.
literally-
I feel like we should save you for last.
Yeah.
Nev.
Yeah,
You
I wanna
put
wait.
Nev
some real
literally
gumption
pinged
into
us
this.
in our Discord chat, like our host chat, and was like, "I'm
At
so
like 11 this
excited
morning.
about this." I was like, "Geez, Nev, that's awesome."
All right.
Save it.
Well, Fro, why don't you start us off? What's what do you got going on over there?
All right. So I walk into a restaurant, looking at the menu. Fuck that. Liquid dinner tonight. We got Oktoberfest Noir. bringing out some-
Involuntary juice cleanse.
her wonderful, wonderful beers.
Yeah,
I'm going to be
beers.
ordering the Baron's Brew. See what's all funky about that. And then to finish it off with a little bit of class, I'm going to get me some wine from Bacchus himself.
Oh, buddy.
Wine, my love.
That's right.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like he's
Famous.
having a fruit salad made of just
Alright.
grapes.
I
Made
do
of
got-
just grapes. Fermented
I got-
grapes. It's wine.
I did
He's
kinda
having
pick
wine
this-
for dinner.
I did pick this for another reason. There was one time. So my mom's like an absolutely horrible person to go out to dinner with because she treats wait staff like shit. Like, she is not someone you want to go. Like, I usually
I
end up
don't know why, but I
apologizing.
thought you were about to just stop. My mom is an absolute terrible person.
No.
End story.
Well, okay. My mom used to be an alcoholic, like, real quick. She did. And that added to it because she was just always drunk as fuck. She quit drinking. She's much better about it now. Like, she's actually a lot more pleasant to the wait staff.
Be nice to your servers
But
and
she,
please.
oh my God. No, she was a fucking
Unless they're bad.
bitch to them. Oh, we always got bad ones because after talking to my mom for 1 minute, they're like, fuck this table.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah. But anyways, I went out to dinner one time with my mom and my dad, my brothers, my wife, all that other shit. And I just knew, I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be a rough night. It's going to be shit going out to dinner. My mom's going to be a bitch to them. So everyone's going around. They, you know what? Getting our drinks order real quick. And I'm like, oh, I'll just have a White Russian. I'm a fan of White Russians. And then she's like, all right, well, then went around. We got a big enough family that by the time she got drinks ordered, she went around and got fucking all of our food too. She get ordering, or everyone's placing their order. Come back to me, and she's like, well, what would you like to order? I'm like, I'll have a White Russian. And she's like, looks at me funny. And then my mom and my dad look at me funny. My brother's like, well, what's that? And I'm like, vodka, cream, Kahlua. They're just like, oh, so it's not like a special on the menu? I'm like, no, I want a second White Russian, and that's my dinner. Thank you.
Oh, I've been
Classic
there.
Fred.
I have been there to a dinner that was so bad that all you wanted to do is drink to make it go away.
I straight up did it. I'm just like,
Yeah, no,
I'll have
I feel you.
White Russian for dinner.
All right, I guess I'll go. I got two. I'll tell the stupid one really quick, and then I'll tell the good one. Agni's going to Korean barbecue because he's the barbecue pit. Ha 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 ha. Willow's got stupid jokes.
Wow.
Korean barbecue?
I-
After all
I
that?
played about a dozen games of Smite today, and that is the dumbest thing I've been a part of all day.
You're welcome. All right, so my real one, Ho Yi is taking Chang'e out for their anniversary date. They're gonna start off the date with some champagne to celebrate. They'll get an appetizer, probably something light. Ho Yi's gonna order the steak, and Chang'e's gonna get a pasta dish. They're gonna finish the night with dessert and a dessert wine. With the wine, it will be a wonderful New York style cheesecake.
That was romantic.
You're welcome.
Famous, you got anything this week?
I think I just died a little inside.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Probably from both of them.
So you guys know me. I like to do weird, different things. So what it is me and Knox, she is the wife of my boss, right? And my boss is going out of town. So I've got to take her out, keep her company, show her a nice time, right? So I take Knox because she can't see to one of those dark restaurants where you eat in the dark. Yeah. And
So it's only a
she feels
special
right at
experience
home.
for you.
Right, exactly.
But she feels
For
at
her,
home.
I told her we were just going to Chili's or some shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
She doesn't know any better.
She doesn't. I feel like that should be a double date with Nemesis.
Ooh,
You see what I did
Depp, we're getting a little too close to my fantasies here. We need to move on.
there? Okay. All right. Well, I'll pick it up at that. Now, I would be preparing a dinner, Chef Depp, for...
Oh, you're not
Chef
taking him to the
Depp.
winery?
I can
Nope.
see that on the side of a can already.
Chef
Depp.
Chef Depp. Chef Depp. All right. So, my godly dinner guest would be Artio. gonna prepare a fresh spring mix salad for her. And for the main course, we've got an almond-crusted salmon with roasted broccoli and mashed potatoes. And then that would be paired with an oak-aged Chardonnay. And to finish off, for dessert, we've got a grilled fruit medley with a drizzle of honey.
Aww.
You go to fancy restaurants a lot, don't you, Depp?
Right? I thought so.
Unleash the beast.
Well, you see what I did there, right? Because she's a bear, and bears like salmon.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
apparently,
yeah,
honey.
yeah, huh? And
There's
the
meme.
fruit and the honey.
Yep.
All I heard was
very
nut.
Playing into it.
No,
I was
you
playing
did a good
into it.
job, Depp. That was good.
All I heard was suck.
All I heard was.
All right, Nev.
Alrighty, Nev. We saved
Okay.
the best for last.
Okay. You guys.
Wait, Nev, hold on.
Yeah?
I gotta go grab my popcorn.
Okay.
All right, I got it. Go ahead.
Okay. All right.
I'm ready.
Settle in, because I took this shit to the top. This is gonna be exciting. I
so
did a combination of last week's challenge with this week's challenge.
Ooh.
We've got Apollo going to a music-themed restaurant.
Okay, so a dueling piano bar. Got it.
So before dinner, the waiter comes out, brings out some bread Zeppelin.
They're servers actually, but whatever. Don't want to stereotype here, Nev.
For his choice of appetizer, we've got Wings of Leon or Bare Naked Drumsticks.
Oh, I wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready for the puns.
For the main course, we have Fleetwood Mac and cheese. Or
You can find me at fro underscore
No,
double
let me finish.
underscore.
WildMonkeyDesign.com. WildMonkeyDesign.com.
Hey, Nev, let me speak for everyone else on the cast and say we're
I
not
love
going to need
this.
you next week.
No, no, no.
Let me
This is the
finish.
best part of the episode. I love this.
If you've made it this far into the episode, we're sorry.
Please come back next week.
If you've made it this far into this episode, I'll buy you some merch.
Some Fleetwood mac and cheese.
some
Yup.
Fleetwood Mac and cheese. Or fish tacos. Huh?
Oh, God. All right, what's the dessert?
Dessert, we've got Macaroon 5 or Bananas Foster the People.
Oh, fucking go to hell, Nev.
I love this. This is so good.
And for our cocktail, we're going to finish the night with a little berry white. It's a gin and tonic with raspberries and white chocolate shavings as garnish. There you go.
It should have been a berry white Russian.
I don't want raspberries. Actually, that might actually not be that bad. Never mind. That'd be okay. Yeah,
Raspberries
It
and
don't
coffee?
literally got to be berry. It's just a play on words.
If we go out to dinner at HRX, Nev, I dare you to order me a Fleetwood mac and cheese.
a Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
And
I
when
just
they
wanna
ask
see
what
the
it is-
server's
And
face.
When they ask what it is, tell them it's just mac and cheese with bacon, and then see if they're like, oh, okay.
okay, I got you.
I think I'm going to have an aneurysm, guys. Jeez, oh, man.
Hey,
I had a
was real
stroke like
happy.
2 minutes
I
ago.
was real happy. I was so excited. I was like, I can't wait to
God.
read
The
these.
cringe factor right now is so strong.
It's great.
All
But
right.
sadly, that ends our previous community corner. Our new community corner, we would like you, the listeners, to tell us your Smite story. Whatever it may be.
Because we're doing an AMA on episode 52, we want to know a little bit more about you on 51. So let us know.
So when we say the Smite story, just tell us a little bit of your background, how you started playing Smite, maybe how you found us, shit like that. How you found your little group of friends you play with.
If you play naked,
If you play naked.
I do every once in a while.
The thing about GameCube is I play GameCube with no pants on.
Willow, you want to hear something funny? I was in my underwear when we were playing before the podcast.
I am not surprised at all.
You want to hear something funnier? I'm in my underwear right now.
Confirmed. Famous wears underwear while he does the podcast.
Sometimes. What, do you not wear underwear?
Sometimes I don't.
Oh.
That's a little more information than I want to know about Depp.
I mean, I
I'm
have
gonna need-
pants on. I'm not.
I'm going to need a
Neanderthal.
selfie of that.
All right, fools. Let's get the hell out of here.
I know
Well,
that song.
before we get the hell out of here, we gotta give a shout out to those companies that make botg great in the first place. Wild Monkey Design.
Thank you, Flashlight.
No, wildmonkeydesign.com.
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 A great company for all your design needs. Getting those Pepsi contracts.
Yeah.
Stay girthy at adameve.com for 10% off your first order.
No.
BOTG Girth is the code.
No.
Do you guys need me to send you a high-res image of their logo so you can put it on your jerseys?
No, but I know, Famous, you're gonna send us out with a great song from NCS.
NCS.
That's true.
No copyright sounds. For all your music
For
needs.
all your
music
musical
needs.
needs.
The
For all
meme
your
lives.
non-copyright music needs.
There you go. Non-copyright.
You know what?
right.
You know what? We should just, if we ever like offer people like ad spots or whatever, if we ever get big enough to do that or ever decide to do anything like that, we should just have it in the clause that like we'll say your company name and then just be like for all your blank needs,
And
no
your
matter what
and your
it is.
website. We'll say your company name, your website. Please make them the same for all
Well, I can
of
tell you
your
right here, right now.
needs. Yes.
You want to advertise on BotG, you sure shit ain't getting a script read.
Yep, no, we're not reading a script.
That's our only condition.
Depp will read a script. He doesn't care.
What a sellout. You're such a lead singer.
You're
No, I
such
can
a
read.
lead singer.
That's the thing. I'm not.
I
I'm
mean,
not trusting.
I can
Willow
read
with
too.
that.
I can read too, but all right.
Sure, I think
all right,
everybody
here,
can, but
here,
Willow.
Here we'll give you. So, all right. Here's
Got
an example.
He's like Sir Devos in Game of Thrones. Like, I tried once, but just kind of gave up.
Feels bad.
I do on occasion. Sometimes it's harder than others.
Here's a quick example though. Pizza Hut, for whatever reason, wants to sponsor us and wants to do an ad on here. I will literally just be like, Pizza Hut for all your pizza needs. That's it.
That's it.
all you're ever
For
gonna
all
get.
your,
Are
for
you
all
tired
your
of getting
pizza's better,
shitty
but
$5
Domino's crust is
pizzas?
better.
Do you want to spend a little bit more and use their own delivery service? Well, boy, do I have an offer for you. Pizza
Wow,
Hut.
Depp.
Pizza Hut.
Are you cupping the balls as you stroke the shaft on that right there? Pizza Hut
know
for all your
what?
pizza needs. Fuck off.
We just all say
Google
the name
it,
of it,
bitch.
and then say for all your pizza needs.
Google for all your
Yeah,
Google
I think
needs.
that, yeah,
Fuck off.
that's our ad right there. Like, if it's Pizza Hut for all your pizza needs, Google it. Boom, we're out.
At a location
E-
near you.
Oh, shit.
Easiest $5,000 we ever fucking made.
Jesus Christ, I wish.
All right, let's.
Yeah, me too.
Everybody, don't forget about the AMA.
Pizza Hut
Get
is
your
a
answer in.
sponsor. Probably making a shit ton of money off of that.
Hell yeah.
Get your questions in.
52's coming up. 52 is coming up. Ask Me Anything episode. Gonna throw it to Nev. Where can we find you on the interwebs?
You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Xbox Live, and in our Discord, all at Nevea03.
Willow, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, in the Discord, all at Willow1771, and on PSN at Willow_1771. But nobody wants to play Smite over there.
Fro, where can we find you?
You can find me on the Xbox at DepVea 1771 EST.
Are we doing this all
Are
again?
you cereal?
No, that really is my Xbox. I'm dropping. I'm not
He's
memeing. That's my Xbox.
He's not memeing. That's what his actual gamer
No,
tag is.
Yep.
I like
And
playing
that
on
is
Xbox
where
too.
you
With
will
Willow,
find him.
just take off early. We'll see you next week, buddy.
Willow's got 2 different names he drops. Yells at me because I'm dropping 2. All right. So
Last
DepVea,
week it
blah,
was
blah, blah,
8.
on Xbox. Yeah, last week I was trolling. Anyways, DepVea, whatever on Xbox. You can find me at Fro__G on Twitter, Discord, and PSN. for all your Olympian needs.
Ooh, I like it. Famous, where can we find you, bud?
Famous Freak 33 EST, every single place you can think of. And you can catch me in Martha Stewart's DMs later tonight.
That was a
You know-
very Oprah way of saying your stuff.
I would have fucking the Fro Double G I want on Xbox, except for I lost that account like 6 years ago because I originally got that on Xbox.
Then just
Who's
up
bud?
that account.
I don't have that email.
He doesn't
information.
have
To
the...
tell you how old it is, that email I made for that, I only use for my MySpace and my Xbox Live.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
If MySpace was still going, it would be 16 years old.
The email
That's
attached to that account is literally my_space at gmail.com. Right, hotmail.com.
So wait, if you know the email address, you should be able to get that account back. That's all you need.
He can't
I
recover
get
his
into it.
password, Willow.
Yeah, I can't get the password.
All right. Anyway,
I
let's
lost
get
my
out of here.
Hotmail password. Get the fuck out.
And I have been your host, Dep Nation. You can find me at Dep Nation on most things. Otherwise, I am Dep Nation _. I will see you on the other side of the battleground. Bam, bam, bam.
Peace the fuck out, people.
Bye, guys.
Famous is still touching himself.
Rude boy bass, mash up the place.